Hello, my name is Albert Marmolejo, and I'm going to be pitching to you Albert's Gluten-Free Bakery. This bakery, I want to start a gluten-free bakery franchise. I want to make different baked goods from bread to muffins, cookies, all that good stuff that you get from your normal, regular bakery. I want to make gluten-free sandwiches and make gluten-free meats and stuff that somebody who has a condition can come in and get these sandwiches. I want to have a shopping market also connected with different gluten-free products. And at this gluten-free bakery, everything in the facility will be 100% gluten-free, and it's dedicated gluten-free. And the reason why I want to do this is to have a safe place for people with gluten conditions can come in and have a gluten-free product. So my mission and vision for this place is, our mission is to have a safe, dedicated, gluten-free facility for everyone who has a gluten condition, as well as having delicious baked goods and sandwiches for all to enjoy. And our vision is to have a world that is not afraid to eat gluten-free. How will we fulfill our statements? All of our facilities will be 100% dedicated gluten-free facilities. That means there will be no wheat products made in our facilities at all. So people with conditions can come in and feel that they are safe to eat these baked goods and sandwiches from our facility. All baked goods will be tried and true recipes that are created and researched before for best flavor and texture. One of the biggest things with gluten-free products is that a lot of these products do not taste good or do not have a good texture compared to regular, gluten products that are out there at your regular bakeries that everybody knows. So one of the biggest things that we want to do is to make sure that we have a good flavor and texture with these baked goods. And then all meats will be made in-house to ensure that they are 100% gluten-free. One of the biggest things that is really hard about getting things outside of a gluten-free facility is that you're never sure what they're using, or if they're making other products in their facilities that they use gluten products in that could cross-contaminate these products, which makes them no longer gluten-free and can harm people who have a condition. Why am I the best person for this job? Well, my entrepreneur neural DNA says that I am a specialist and a builder. And with this, I'll be able to build the foundation for the business and will be able to build on it in the future. I will also be good at managing the day-to-day operations of the business and deliver the main product to the customers. I have a lot of experience managing a regular bakeries, and now a gluten-free bakery here in my local town. And I just feel that I can step it up one more step to make a better product and a better experience for people who have conditions where they need to eat gluten-free, or people who just want to eat gluten-free for the diet and how it's easier to digest than regular gluten items. Now, some business trends that um, we would be going through for this business is more people are being diagnosed with celiac disease, about 1% of the population in the U.S. Celiac disease is a disease that affects the small intestine, and basically when a gluten item is eaten and digested, there's a reaction in the small intestine that doesn't allow the small intestine to absorb nutrients from the food that you just ate. What it does is it swells up and flattens the little fingers in your intestines that grab all these nutrients, and it causes discomfort, abdominal pain, diarrhea, and all those problems that come with anything in your digestive tract. And there's also many people who have an allergy or an intolerance to gluten, where they can have anywhere from rashes, just like any regular allergy out there, to the more severe allergies where their throat closes up and they swell up, and it can also lead to death if not taken care of with an EpiPen or rushed to the hospital. And then there's also a high demand for gluten-free products because many people are starting to find out that gluten-free products are easier to digest. They're better for your system, and it's just a healthier option. Not health food option, just healthier for your body in general. So market and consumer analysis. The market is projected to reach 6,206.2 million in the coming years, and the growth at a compound annual growth rate of 10.2% by 2018. Gluten-free baked goods account for 46% of the market, so that's a big, percentage of the market over the whole world. And then North America accounts for 59% of that market. So there's a big demand here in the United States and in North America for gluten-free products, especially that the 1% of the American population is diagnosed with celiac disease, and that's not even counting the gluten intolerance and allergies. So there's a big market for gluten-free products. Some of the competitors that I would have or we would come in contact with would be Udi's, which is one of the biggest companies that goes out to a lot of the grocery stores out there. You see it in the refrigerated section because gluten-free items normally don't have a lot of preservatives in them, because the preservatives themselves could be processed in plants that are also producing gluten items. A lot of people don't like to use them, so it has to be frozen. When freezing, it changes the texture of the bread or the baked good, which is why a fresh bakery is always a better option than buying something that you buy at the stores. Other bakeries, there's other bakeries out there, just regular bakeries, who are starting to make gluten-free items for those customers who have a condition. The only problem is there's a high chance of cross-contamination, and people who have severe allergies or celiac disease can have a bad reaction to it, and it's not good, so they don't really get that business most often. Grocery stores sell a wide variety of different items that different companies make gluten-free options of their products. So that's another competitive area. Udi's is one of those brands that's sold in the grocery stores. And then other gluten-free facilities, bakeries, restaurants, anything like that, they are out there, not many of them, which is why it's a good idea to jump into this market now. Some of the competitive advantages to doing a gluten-free bakery is many of the baked goods that these other bakeries or other companies are making do not taste good. They just don't have a flavor that people are liking, and one of the reasons why is some of these companies have jumped into the market seeing that these markets are there, and they're not taking the time to actually go through the process of making a good product, because they know that this is the only option for these people who have these conditions. One of the other things that's out there that causes, it's a competitive advantage for us, is texture is off from the regular baked goods. So you get a piece of bread or a muffin or a cookie, and it's not the right texture like your regular baked good from a bakery that's been baking for hundreds of years now. This is where our company would come in and change that stigma of these goods not tasting good or not having the right texture. We take the time to get it as close as possible, if not right spot on, to what a baked good should be and what a gluten-free baked good should be. And one of the last advantages is that people are wanting something that's easier to digest and easier on their bodies. And gluten-free is easier to digest on your body. There's not as much, it's not as hard to digest for your body. So something gluten-free can go through your body a lot faster, and your body doesn't hold on to it as long as a gluten product would. And the conclusion for this is that based off the information, a gluten-free baked item would be a good market to go into. There are many people wanting it, and the market is growing, and there's much money to make in this market. So just like I had said, there's a lot of people that are wanting it. The market, there's a demand for the market. There's a demand for the product. So there's no reason why we should not jump into this. And then this is my references that I've used to get all the information for this presentation. I hope that you will take this pitch, and maybe we can see if we can do business in the future.